Week 13 on my journey to the new 1%, I created content and we continued DMs to build the community. Now I've slacked on the recording of the free courses, planning to ramp that back up this week, and the daily reporting of DMs needs to be better, but I'm working with my VA on that as well. For Sober Living, we're focused on getting more properties to lease and sublease, as well as filling up our current house with tenants. That's my week on the journey to the new 1%. What does yours look like? Let me know in the comments below. So when we think about building the community for the new 1%, and I look forward to reading all of y'all's comments, and DM me on Instagram at TimDouglas924 if you're listening to the podcast version of this. But when I'm thinking about building the community of the new 1%, it is kind of in phases. And phase one is, hey, everything's going to be free. Let's get you to $1,000 a month in discretionary income. Phase two is going to be like, hey, let's start matching you with people who have said that they want to grow their income past that $1,000 a month in discretionary income, $50 a month mastermind. And then phase three will be a matching service from that mastermind where it's like, okay, now everybody's gotten their business credit together, everybody's gotten some financing, everybody's gotten to the point where they understand sales and marketing a little bit, business a little bit. Now we're gonna start matching you guys. So phase one, free. Phase two, $50 a month. Phase three is matching. We're gonna match 4 to 6 people into a group where they're gonna go, they're gonna buy businesses together, and they're gonna scale together with the intent of just mitigating risk a little bit for everybody. Obviously, if you wanna go do it on your own, you can, but to mitigate that risk, again, if you get $50,000 and each of you has combined has $200,000 to $300,000 to go buy businesses now, you might spend $80,000 and each of you pitch in $10,000 to $20,000, and it's less risk, to be frank. And now you've bought a business, and that $80,000 business, you probably bought it for $800,000, which means it might produce $400,000 to $600,000 in cash flow, depending on what type of business it is. Which after cash flow, it might have $150,000, $100,000, and then you might hire somebody, and you guys might get $20,000 for that first year. But what it looks like is a business that scales. You reinvest that cash flow to scale it, scale it, scale it. Now, hopefully, you have a business making $900,000, $1 million, and now that business can sell for $2 million. And so now you've each made $400,000 to $600,000 on that $20,000 investment. And that's just kind of how community investing can pop up. And obviously that's a 3 to 5 year timeline to scale that business like that. If you had grown it by 10, 15% per year for 5 years, I think you would hit that 900,000 to $1 million. Let's see. You got 60,000, 60,000, 72,000. So it's like 660, 720. You're at 800 in year 3, you're at 880, then you're at about 960, 970. And so yeah, 3 to 5 years of 10 to 15%, and you'll hit that $1 million in cash flow. And so we're just trying to push people through those phases. So first it's like, hey, let's increase your income by getting you a better job with these free courses. And we're gonna teach you how to budget once you have your increased income to get you $1,000 a month in discretionary income. Then we're going to take that $1,000 a month, we're going to come into this group, and we're going to build business credit, and we're going to teach you sales, teach you marketing, teach you some business skills. So build business credit, build business skills, and then look for business partnerships. There'll be a matching service, and once that group of 4 to 6 get together, we'll go and buy businesses together, where they don't even have to operate it, we'll operate the businesses. They can just take some of the equity and cash flow as we grow it by coming in together, or they can go operate it and capture more of the upside for themselves. So that's why we're changing who we send DMs to. Instead of going to business coaches, we kind of ran out of business coaches to contact. We're reaching out directly to people who follow business coaches, because that probably means they want to improve their career. If you have any suggestions on who we should reach out to, let me know. But right now, it's just people who want to improve their career because they follow business coaches. That's what we've narrowed it down to so far. And we need to create great copy and a great offer, because we need to intrigue people, pull them in, because a cold DM is a weird thing to respond to, and people don't always respond to it. But we have gotten responses from business coaches, and we're looking forward to getting responses from individuals that join the free community and hopefully improve their income and start walking through the steps. Because once you start buying businesses and now you're part of the new 1% impact side of things, where it's like you can take your cash flow and start impacting people, life starts to look pretty cool. For Sober Living, marketing for tenants. We went to an open house this week, and I think it went well. Not an open house. We went to a networking event, and we're hosting an open house this coming week. We went to a networking event this past week. We got some people who would want to come out. So they have tenant sources, right? Like they have rehab facilities that they own and they're looking to place tenants. And so we're networking with those people all the time. And the goal is to just fill up our sober living house through those relationships. So through contacting a Facebook group and through networking with local rehab facilities, bringing them to our open house, it'll help us really set this place up for success. Now, if some of that stuff doesn't work, either this week or the week after Christmas, kind of into the new year, I will be doing Google ads, and I will be doing direct mail to a list of 150 inpatient rehab centers that I've gotten. And the goal will be just filling it up with tenants. And I want a wait list of tenants anyway, because I've already started finding more properties. And so I have 5 pretty hot leads of people who can help me get more properties. So if I have the properties and I have the tenants, I just need the capital, which I give people 20% return on $45,000, where they have it back in 9 to 12 months. They will like that a lot. And yeah, it'll just be good for them. And so I'm really looking to kind of move that forward with properties. And to secure properties, I need to know I can get tenants in there. Because if I get 5 of these properties and I can't get tenants quick enough, I'm then in a lot of pain, right? So we need to make sure we have a wait list of tenants, so that our tenant flow is good, and we can call on people and be like, hey, we just opened a new property, we have 12 beds, kind of help us fill it up. And they help us fill it up. So my efforts with finding more properties have been going well. I've been reaching out to realtors, and I think I found 2 realtors that can be helpful, and I found a property management company that can be helpful. I found somebody who owns a duplex in Austin and wants to scale their portfolio. Then I found somebody else who can connect me to 2 property managers that might be able to help me. And so all of this is like, hey, maybe I'll have 20 properties by the end of 2024 who will let me lease and sublease. Then I just need the money to get into that lease and furnish that lease. And then I just need the tenants and the sober living managers. The managers will be the hardest part, but as we groom people and work and network with other sober living homes and just get into the community, I think we'll have access to sober living managers too. So we're going good on finding more properties, but we need to lock down our tenant flow, and that'll be from Google Ads and networking with rehab facilities nationwide. And then of course, just doing the online SEO thing with blog posts and such. So that's really what securing tenants is gonna look like. I've told you what finding more properties look like. The cash, I know a bunch of people that can give me $45K for 25% return. Like, I really don't think that'll be a problem. And then the sober living managers. That's the plan to scale in 2024. We got a market for tenants though. So that's what we got for you guys today on the show. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you on the next one. And remember, we are a community of people judged not by our wealth, but by our impact.